Hello and welcome to Fight News Now Extra. My name is John Pollock. We've got all of your news going on in mixed martial arts. In today's headlines, Dominick Cruz discusses his timetable for a return. Johny Hendricks is standing by the phone for a title fight, and the UFC ceases ties with a popular cut man. UFC welterweight Johny Hendricks is awaiting official confirmation from the UFC that he will be next in line to fight Robbie Lawler for the welterweight gold. Hendricks watched Lawler's win over Rory McDonald and was under the impression he would get the next title fight after defeating Matt Brown earlier this year at UFC 185. What is unknown is how much time Lawler will need to recover from the war he had with McDonald, and if the UFC would ask Hendricks to take another fight before then. The UFC has ceased ties with longtime cutman Jacob "Stitch" Duran. Earlier this week, Duran had conducted an interview with BloodyElbow.com and confirmed that cutmen will also be unable to wear sponsors inside of the cage with the new Reebok deal, and unlike the fighters, the cutmen will not be compensated for the loss of income. When asked about working more shows for other organizations such as Bellator to make up for the lost income, Duran stated it's an unwritten rule not to work for other promotions despite being an independent contractor. Duran had been working with the UFC since September of 2001. And Dominick Cruz appeared on Inside MMA this past week and stated he is hoping to return by the end of 2015 and is not rushing a return due to the fact he's already been stripped of his bantamweight title and no longer in the rankings. Cruz returned last September at UFC 178 and finished Takeya Mizugaki in the opening round, but then suffered an ACL tear and has been out of action since. Tune in this Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Myself and John Ramdeen will get you set for the rematch between TJ Dillashaw and Renan Barão, as well as Jessica Ai taking on Miesha Tate, and the main card airing in Canada at 8 p.m. Eastern Time over at CTV2, with 4 fights coming your way, including Joe Lozon, Takanori Gomi, TJ Dillashaw, and Renan Barão is your main event.